Hi, today we're going to be looking at the present perfect tense in English. This is the second video in a two-part tutorial, and I would recommend you see the first part first by clicking the link above now or down below in the comments section. In the first video, we looked at the form of the present perfect in affirmative sentences, negative sentences, and questions. In this video, we'll look at how and when to use the present perfect, and importantly, the difference between the present perfect and the past simple. We'll also look at the difference between been and gone. So as not to miss out on any new videos, subscribe to my channel by clicking the red button down below, and the video will be delivered to you so you don't miss out. Also, share this video with any of your friends or fellow students who you think might like it by clicking the arrow down here. They'll thank you for it. So let's look at how and when to use the present perfect. Well, the clue is in the name, present perfect. The present perfect is exactly that. It's a present tense. It always tells us about the situation now. The action has a connection to the present, to now, or it has a result in the present. So for example, I can't get into the house, I've lost my keys. You lost your keys in the past, but it has a result in the present. You can't get into your house now. It's also used for something that happened in the past, but is important at the time of speaking. So for instance, Chloe isn't at home. I think she has gone shopping. So Chloe went shopping in the past, but it's important at the time of speaking because she isn't at home. So we use the present perfect tense for something that started in the past and continues into the present. It's for uncompleted actions or events. For example, Sam has lived in Liverpool all his life. He still lives there. The third use of the present perfect is for unfinished time, and here we come to the main difference between the present perfect and the past simple. If you're expressing something that is unfinished, then it's the present perfect that you use. If you're expressing something that's finished, you use the past simple. Often the past simple comes with time flags like last week, last year, yesterday, in 2010, for example. So let's see some examples. I've done a lot of work today. Here we use the present perfect because the day has not finished. We could do more work. Whereas I did a lot of work yesterday is a finished period of time in the past. Yesterday is over. Another example is it hasn't rained this week. Here we use the present perfect because the week is not over. It still might rain this week. Whereas it didn't rain last week is in the past and it's finished time. So this leads us up to the present perfect to talk about life experiences up to the present. So you could say, have you travelled a lot in your life? Your life is not over. You might travel some more. So you use the present perfect. We often use the adverb ever to talk about experiences up to the present. So you would say, have you ever eaten snails in your life? A period of time up until now. You might eat snails in the future. You also use the present perfect for something we have done several times in the past and continue to do. For instance, I've played guitar ever since I was a teenager. So you started playing in the past, but you continue to play today and into the future. It's not finished. So this brings us nicely to for and since. We often use for and since to show something has started in the past and is still continuing. So for example, Louis has lived in Delhi since 2016, or Hung has lived in New York for 2 years. We use since for a fixed point in the past and for a period of time in the past. Both are used with the present perfect. In both these examples, Louis and Hung are still living in Delhi and New York. It's not finished, so we use the present perfect. We often use the present perfect with time adverbials which refer to the recent past. So for instance, just, only just, and recently. So for instance, the plane has just landed, this is recent, or I have just seen your text. Scientists have recently discovered a new breed of snake. So the adverb comes in between the auxiliary have or has and the past participle. We also use the present perfect with already, still, and yet. Already is used to say something has happened sooner than expected. So, don't forget to send my letter. I've already sent it. I still haven't finished my homework. Still is placed before the verb and is always in the negative. I haven't finished it yet. Yet is placed after the verb and, like still, is always used in the negative. So the present perfect is also used with adverbials which include the present. So far, until now, and up to now. For example, no, so far I've only made the sandwiches. Where have you been until now? We have made £5 million up to now. Finally, the present perfect is used with how long questions. So, how long have you known Nick? Whereas if you ask when, use the past simple because it's a specific point in the past. Let's now look at the difference between gone and been. We use the present perfect of be when someone has gone to a place and returned. So where have you been? I've been out to the corner shop. I've gone there, but I've come back, so we use been. But when someone has not returned, we use have or has gone. So where is Maria? I haven't seen her for weeks. She's gone to Madrid. She'll be back tomorrow. So she's still in Madrid. So can you answer this question? What goes in the gap? Write your answer in the comment section below. Margaret can't walk and her leg is in plaster. She, blank, used the verb break, her leg. For more present perfect exercises and to see how much you've learned, go to my website oxfordenglishnow.com or follow the link down below. Remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel Oxford English Now so as not to miss out on more free English language videos out every Friday. Click here for the first video if you missed it on the present perfect, and remember, thank you. I really appreciate you watching.